Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin ila yaumiddin. Amma ba'du. I introduce myself. My name is Muhammad MUHYIDIN. I'm from SMK MADINATULQURAN, and now I want to tell how to post data in the FLUTTER. So the first thing must we prepare is the data, and then I get the data from the API. So this is the API, https://api/murid. So I want to show the response from the API. The data is contained NSN, murid, email murid, number murid, address, gender, class ID, and the date of created ad and updated ad, and the other of the data. Actually, I have made about the data, and then I want to tell you how to do it. Okay, this is the file which I have made. First thing, I want to show the data or show this file in the application. So I change the file in the main door. I change to tambah data. I save and change to data tambah data murid. Actually, I have created all of this, but I want to recreate one by one. So this is the result, but I want to explain first one by one. So I want to make commenter all of this. Maybe I want to explain all of this. So first we make text form field, or no, before that we must create the class of FLUTTER. So we make the stateful widget, and then we create a scaffold. We give the title tambah data murid. So the title will be here, maybe tambah data murid baru, and then you give the single scroll view, so the page can be scrolled, and then we give the column, because the column has so many children and can be filled by the vertical, like this text form field. So the first I give text form field for NESN here, and the controller is control NSN. So controller is the controller will get the data which filled here. So the controller, we must type here text editing controller, the name, and then text editing controller. So the NESN has controller NESN, and then we create the second field. The name is name, the controller is controller name, and then email, also controller email. So before that, NESN in the API must have integer type of data, and then name murid must be string, email must be string also, and the number murid string, address string, gender string, and the last which will be filled is class ID, and class ID must be integer. And then because the data have so many type, so in this field I give the keyboard type is like what the data must like, and ESN is the integer, so this is the number. When I want to type here, so the data or the keyboard will be number, and then the name, keyboard type is name, only like quality, and then email have attribute email, and then number font, because this is here is string, I give the number because the number is number type, and then address string, gender string, and the control class is must be integer, not number. And then I give the button submit button, so button will change, or yes, we change the make alias integer NESN from controller NESN to text to string. So the controller NESN will bring the data or will bring the field from the field. So like this string, but the integer must be parsed to string first. Integer parse control NESN to text and to string. So like the other string name, control name, text to string. So this is the alias name, email, number, font, integer parse control text to string, and then we must create API service. So the API service, the name of the API service data baru. The data baru will bring data murid. So data murid from here. We must create the class name. The class is murid, and then we must rename or make alias data murid and murid again. So data murid is contain NESN, name murid, email murid, number phone murid, address, gender, class ID, created date. But in the created add and updated add, this is from the system. So the created add and updated add is from that time now. So the example, if we submit at the 8 PM, so the created add will type at 8 PM also. So NESN is from data murid. I give the NESN from here, and then like what I say, created add and updated add from system. So I give the time now, address from here, and other gender from here, gender, name murid from name, email murid from email, class ID from class, number font and number one murid from number font. And then we make the logic API service. API service from this file, API service, I give in the top API service, the name of API service, and then the file of API service. So this is underscore API service, and then we give the API service the name of the API. So this is the data baru. So if the API service, I give this is the logic data baru, data murid, and then is success. So if this logic is success, this page will be back to the page before, and if this fail, will give a data failed. So how can this work? So this is the response. If the response status code is 200 or success, so return is true. So the logic will do success. And if the status code is not 200, the return is false. So this is will give the notif that data is valid. And then we must I change again to the first page. It's my home page. And then I want to like this, and then we must give the button for going to the page of add data. So I give the plotting action button, so the button will be here when I save. So this is will make the road to the tambah data page. So I click this is tambah data murid, which we have made before, and then this is button for going back. And then when we fill this field, so an SN is integer type. For example, I type 999. The name is maybe my name, Muhyiddin. In the email, muhyiddin@gmail.com. Number phone 9999. So address SN. Address gender is boy. Class ID 52. But as submit, this is if the success will going back to the list of the data. So this is success. So the data is here, Muhyiddin. And then when we look at the API, Muhyiddin, search about Muhyiddin. Yes, this is Muhyiddin. So this is created at the date 28th of the November. Then like what I typed before, the name is Muhyiddin, the NSN 999, email muhyiddin@gmail.com, number phone 999 also, address is abstract. So after that we must, or I want to show how the failed data. Maybe NSN is random again, maybe 545. Nama is the day is maybe Sunday. Email Sunday@email. Number phone random again. Address Sunday. Gender. So for example, I make the error. Class ID must be integer, so I give the class ID with a string. Oh, sorry. I type here. Submit. This is cannot go back to the list page, so this is the error. Maybe that's from me. So we for the posting data like this Muhyiddin, and last time we get the error because we fill the class field with the string. Maybe this all from me. Syukran. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.